Alright, the first thing you want to do is get your frunk open, and then there are two screws holding this in place, your battery access panel. There's one right there and one right there. So you're going to want to take these out. I've already got them loose, so they'll just slide right out. I love the front because I can just drop everything in there, pull it back slightly, and it pops right up. So then the next step is to go in here and disconnect the negative battery cable, so I'm going to do that now. Alright, I went ahead and took the negative battery cable off right here. Another thing that you need the 10mm socket for, I don't like using a screwdriver on a battery if I can't, or if I can help it, so I like using the socket wrench. Alright, the light's kind of bad, but I don't know if you can see this or not, but I went ahead and put a little piece of electrical tape. No, you can't see it, never mind. But I went ahead and put a little piece of electrical tape on the connector, the wire right there, because, you know, I've been bitten by electricity before, and you know, it might be totally unnecessary, but it's my bike and I'm going to do it the way I want to. So there. Alright, next step is to take off this fuse panel cover here. It's pretty simple. You just push down on the top, and there's a little catch in there, and it just comes right off. Alright, the next step is to put in the fuse and the relay. The fuse is going to go right in there, and the relay is going to go in those spots below it. Alright, that's what it looks like now. We've got the fuse right there. And alright, the next step is removing the seat and your 10mm socket. Just finished knocking out these bolts here. There's one on this side and one on this side. So we take them out. I like to keep them somewhere close by so I don't lose them, but there you go. Seat just pops right off just like that. Our next task at hand is to remove the left air duct right here. So first things first, take out the screw that holds it in place. The next thing, there's a little clip right inside here, right there. These clips are pretty easy to manipulate. You push on the center and it pops right out. You pull the centerpiece up, alright, and that allows your little clips here to go back together. You just slide it in and press it down to close it and lock it in place. When you go to take this off, you pick up on the back here and slide it back. It has these little clips. If you were to pick straight up on it, or if you were to try to push it forward, you could possibly break something, and you really don't want that to happen. So when you take it off, come back with it. Next step is to come back here to the back of the bike and locate this clip here. It's going to be right under where the seat was. There you go. You just push it in and slide the whole thing out, and that's supposed to let this piece move so you can get the next part off. Alright, our next big task is to take this whole thing off right here. You've got this guy right here. He comes out. I'm going to put him right there so I can keep up with him. You've got another one right here. So you've got number 3 right here. There. You've got number 4 right here. It's right inside the front. Alright, small one. Can't miss that one. Alright, so now for the 3 clips. One of them obviously is right here. So I'll just take that out. Put it down there. Then you have 2 of them inside here, I think. I hope. But we'll go for them in just a second. Let me get the screw out. Alright, just so you can see where we are, in the front of the motorcycle, here's my wheel and front forks. There is a screw right here, but that's it right there. So that's what we're going to have to take out. Right. Clips number 3 and 4 are inside this thing right here. So you got to get down in there and look and find them and get them out that way. And so, if everything has worked the way it should, very carefully so as not to have any unexpected surprises, I'm just going to start pulling easily and make sure that it comes off and everything stays in one piece. I've done everything correctly, I thought. Oh, it's got a little clip in there. Don't forget the little clip back here, because you'd really hate to break something. Alright, for this next part, we're going to take this whole piece off right here. To do that, we've got to take out this little socket, Allen head bolt right here. There's also another bolt right here. It's a 10mm, and there's one directly below the Honda. If yours has Honda on it, it's going to be right here. And there's another clip up under here that we can pop out. Just like so. Alright. Go ahead and take this bolt out. Alright. Now please remember that your turn signal is still here. That means it's wired up. So, you know, don't go crazy and just try to pull this whole thing off. Alright, at this point, there's a little clip in the front that you've got to figure out how to work. There we are. Alright, there's this guy. Little guy right there. You're going to need something small to get in there. There it comes. Alright, that part's done. We'll just do an approximate to where it said so on the instructions and see what happens. Alright, the next step is to install the socket. It has this nut on it there. You're going to want to take that all the way off to install the plug. We'll slide this back up there. And just snug it up. The next thing we're going to do is release the 6-pin connector right here. And it just slides out. You'll have to move some wires out of the way, but slide it out like that. It's pretty handy. Then we're going to hook it in to our sub harness, and the directions show that it goes around behind this little group of wires here. There's only one way to plug it in, so we plug it in until it snaps, I hope. There, it snapped. Alright, then we're going to take a little piece of electrical tape and we are going to tape it to this bundle of wires here. So that is in place. Alright, the next thing we're going to want to do is to plug the accessory harness, which is this, into one of these wires, and it should fit into any one of the small ones. There's 3 small ones and 1 larger one. So that's what we do with that. Then we hook up the wire that actually goes into the socket. It clicks into place like that. Next thing you want to do is kind of bunch it up a little like that and slide this rubber boot down over the top of it to hold everything in place. So there's that. The larger of the 2 zip ties that they gave you, and zip tie the harness in place like so. There you go. It says you can cut it off. I'm not going to do that right now just in case I want to add something else and it takes up a little more room, so I'll just tuck that clip back in the back. And then it says to tie all these together like so and zip it with the small zip tie to the motorcycle harness that you have right here. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, get all those in place, make them a little cozy down there. Now you got to remember there's this plug right here where one of the body panels goes, so make sure you don't cover that up. But there we have it. So we'll go ahead and put our safety label in place. Safety label is in place.